Supreme Man, I gotta think of what it is. It's something that happened about 2 days ago. And I meant to hit you. It was I can't even recall what it was. I'm gonna think of it in a minute. Hold on, let me get this posted over here for the Facebook people. So let's get the G building. When we in the G building, let's get the medicine cabinet popping. You back? You back doing your coaching? The link. Now I didn't get the link. Where you sent it to? Yeah, yeah, yesterday I got it. Messing with too much 5%. Yesterday. But yeah, you sent it to yeah, see, that's what it is. I don't know how to check. I don't really be on Facebook. Yeah, like tell the truth. US gives final clearance to shots for 5 to 11-year-olds. But yeah, you back doing your coaching, Supreme. Yeah, man, I don't have Messenger and all that. Just send it to me on Instagram. Rome Fetty, you said it's been a challenge this year doing the coaching. What's the deal? it's a different caliber of athlete that you got down here now, or is it something else? You know, the boxing is going good. It's a challenge because you know, we started to get a lot of kids, and so you know, we got a lot of new kids, and we got a lot of young kids now. You know what I'm saying? The eights and nines, 10s, 11s. In fact, one of the boxers is a quarterback too, though, and you can see it in his you can see it in the way he goes about doing his thing. You can tell that he's already had that kind of training. So yeah, they you know, they hyperactive too, you know, because you know, I think in terms of, you know, they've been playing a video game, you know, and then they get into that physical level of fun. You know what I'm saying? That we have, you know, when we kids, and you go out and just spend all your energy to where you just come back in the house, you're dead tired. You're sweating so much, you got salt on your skin and all that. You know, you have fun doing that when you was little, but now the kids be in there playing the game. So that's a different experience now. So the babies ain't tough like they used to be, and they don't comprehend on the level they used to. Yeah, right. QB is a leader. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's what it is. They're not the same caliber of athletes because, you know, they haven't already been playing outside. You know what I'm saying? You know, for the average, you know, kid from America, you know, when it comes to football, basketball, baseball, you know, those particular sports, you know, by the time we get to the organized level of it, we've been playing for years. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, like how you saying now, they don't comprehend on the level is probably because they're not even used to playing on that street level where it's like, okay, we got, you know, we know what a down and out is. We know what a down and in is just from the street. So yeah, when you come in now and you give them the play, yeah, it's probably you know what you got to do, because you a Madden whiz too. You gotta break it down like Madden. That's what you gotta do. West Coast wise. Yeah, Supreme, you miss how fast too. We fasted. This week, this month, I'm fasting differently. This month, I'm fasting one day. I'm fasting one day every week. See, because I'm fancy like that. Switch it up. Who you said? Al Pope? He shot every day, B. Green Man says straight out of the bedroom. Plus coddle boys, they don't play Madden. They don't play Madden or watch football at all. This week, probably go on Friday. Yeah, Friday sounds like a good day. But when I fast, you know, this we did last month, we did a 3-day fast with just air. That was it, just air and water. 24, 70, 72 hours straight, you know. Maybe next month we could do one of the other fasts, right? We could do a juice fast, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe all fruits and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? You know, different sciences, you know, these different ways that you fasting, right? You got to do the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Do the knowledge to yourself, how you're responding to it. You understand what I'm saying? Where you learn certain things about the mind, you learn certain things about the body. Fine understanding. We get a few more people from the What Did I Miss crew, and then we'll get into the title right here, Wise Enough to Know. It's actually, you know, and for the record, you know, I've learned the lesson. I've learned the lesson for 2021. You know, every year I extract the lesson for those that is new to knowing me, new to knowing the channel. You know, you may not know that, you know, every year I learn something where it's like, you know, okay, that's a couple of years ago, what I learned was that, you know, no matter how obvious something seems, where you think like, nah, you ain't got to say that. Like, nah, they know that. You don't have to. Nah, you got to say that. I learned that a couple of years ago. The things that you think is obvious, nah, it's not obvious. You know, last year, the lesson that we learned was, you know, you ain't seen nothing yet. You know, last year was the year that, you know, things that, you know, I could say that, you know, I never even imagined things that I couldn't imagine that happening in real life happened last year. You know, like right when, you know, at that said, no, I haven't seen it all. And this year, what I learned about is thinning the line and greasing the slope. See, you know, it's kind of related to moving the goalposts, right? But it's not moving the goalposts. It's speeding up the rate at which you reach the goal line. You know, certain things, you know, you thin the line, like, you know, it's a thin line between this and that, thin line between good and bad, right and wrong, up and down. And see, some shit you do, you make the line even thinner. See, some shit, like, listen, man, you see, when people wearing the flag, you're greasing the slippery slope. A lot of things, it might seem like a smoke, but you're greasing the slippery slope into hell. Now, you may come out right, you may not. You see, you know, anybody who's been there, you know, where you realize that, you know what, I greased the slippery slope on my own, right? You know, this hell, wherever it is, somebody else made this here for me to land in. See, when you start to, peace with signs born, you know what I'm saying? Where you start to, you know, accept, you know, you start to accept certain things, right? You see, when you start to accept these certain things, right, this is where you come up to the line, right? Where's that, see that line between being a savage in the pursuit of happiness and being the devil? See, that's one of the places that you grease the slippery slope when you become a savage. And you lose the knowledge of yourself in the pursuit of happiness, meaning, you know, you go against those things that's really your ideas and your ideals and what you're about, right? In order to achieve whatever goal. See, because when you do that, what you do is you make that process of you achieving the goal, you make that the 600 years. You see what I'm saying? Because over the course of the time of you doing that, you destroying your original idea, right? And you grafting your idea in yourself, right, into something and somebody that is, you know, the negativity that you create is going to affect those around you. So, you know, that's the lesson for this year. Don't thin the line or grease the slippery slope. See, sometimes when you say, listen, man, nah, this ain't this right here, this ain't right exact, this ain't what we do. And the person say, well, what about if you do it standing on your head on the fire escape? And you go, oh, well, yeah, if you do that, then I guess that's all right. Like, nah, son, it's you thinning the line and greasing the slippery slope. And then one day you find yourself in the place and you're like, damn, we got hit. And why can't we get out? Because the slope is slippery now. How you gonna go that way? So I learned that. See, like right now, we're in a situation, like even with this, all the stuff that's going on, with the, you know, the pandemic and everything, you can see some slopes being greased. So who is the founder of Under Like a Track and Air Like a Propel? Was the lesson for you this year? And I became the founder of certain things and intentional. But so yeah, we got some more of our people here from the What Did I Miss crew, you know. So this title today, right? I know it looks a little bit funny because in the title right here, the wisdom is before the knowledge. Right? It says, wise enough to know. Now, see, generally speaking, right, we say, you know, a person has to know enough to be wise. You see, let me tell you about when a person has to be wise enough to know. You know how you tell somebody something in plain English and they still fuck it up? That's because they're not wise enough to know. But you could tell some people some things, right? But they're not wise enough to avoid whatever the pitfall is, whatever the hurdle is. They're not wise enough to know. You haven't, another example, see, you haven't had the experience, right, enough to have full knowledge of what it is that you're talking about. See, how many times, right, do you say to the person, yeah, you should have knew better than that? Let's see, like that question you just asked me about West Coast wise. See, I said, what you thought was going to happen. You wasn't wise enough to know that was going to happen. That was one of the possibilities. That's, you have to be wise enough, right? Because you can look at something, listen to it, and observe it. Like right now, it's certain buildings you can walk in, right? You walk in there, they got equipment in there, right? And you look at the equipment and you see it, you look at the equipment. Knowledge means to look, right? You acknowledged it, but you don't know what it is. You understand what I'm saying? You're not wise enough to know. You don't have experience in that field right there, right? To take that knowledge and analyze it and be able to come out right. So you're not wise enough to know because you haven't put it into activation. So you didn't really take it and show and prove it, right, as a different thing from just information. So you're not wise enough to know. When you speak to somebody, right, about, let's say you even speaking to them about who is that mystery God, right? And you take them through all of these different examples, right? All of these different ways that you teach them, and they know all that stuff. Like you tell them this is in the Bible, yeah, they know that. They've seen that in there before. But they're not wise enough to know what it means. And see, that's the difference, right? Between you coming to the understanding and you not coming to the understanding. See, that's why there's people that have had these lessons, right? Throughout the time. People that got it from Elijah, people that got it from us. But they wasn't wise enough to know what it is. And so they can never come to the understanding. They can never get the best part out of it. But you said Felix Almanzar said he's been catching up on the past live streams, and he sees now why we have the G building in the medicine room, the medicine cabinet. That is, unfortunately, welcome to my life, Felix Almanzar. Ikiru, Kyrie, Wise You, Mr. Spot, Atif. Yeah, it was even more unwise than that wise. you know, but it's just one of the things where, for me personally, like, I don't even want to talk about it because it's like, just let that chapter be over and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing else, you know, coming from that. It's already been analyzed, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, unless it's really like an innocent person, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, you could say, you know, maybe that person's family, you know, might have still been looking for closure or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, just to keep rehashing them stories, all you're doing is gassing up another generation of young people. Peace. Peace. You understand what I'm saying? All you're doing is gassing up another generation of young people. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. And you know, look, rest in peace to all of them, peace to their families and all of that. But look, you know, everybody that was involved with that wasn't no church boys. Like, if there was some innocent bystander who was a church boy, that's different. But I'm just saying that, listen, you know, everybody was doing what they was doing. You understand what I'm saying? You know, some people just, you know, as proved by that, some people just lasted just a little bit longer than some other people. But just in terms of, you know, let them chapters be closed. Like, all of these, like the nigga Al Prophet, you know, shout out to Al Prophet. I watch his videos too, you know what I'm saying? But that's all he's doing is just rehashing shit and bringing up shit that is over, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in terms of what happened to him, right? You know, if you left that shit alone on some like, yo, that was another life, you know what I'm saying? You know, unfortunately, all of us ain't make it, but, you know, I'm not really focused on that. I'm just trying to, you know, spend the rest of the time, whatever I can with my kids and grand. See, niggas probably wouldn't be thinking like that. But nigga, you trying to glow up, nigga. So to me, all that shit is, you know what I'm saying, yo, niggas is, you know, celebrating niggas gangsters. You understand what I mean? See, because that also got the shit to happen. See what I mean? Because on this internet world, right, you know what I mean, niggas showing you love and shit. Niggas who's not involved with that situation, they are showing you love, right? And you get caught up in that love, just like motherfuckers get caught up in the hate. You know what I'm saying? Where you got Lizzo, right? You got millions of people streaming your records, but you still get on social media talking about people hating on you. You see what I mean? Because you caught up in what people are showing you on the internet. Because that's, you know, it's coming from all over the world. You know, you're seeing all these people, but that don't mean how people really see you in real life. You know what I'm saying? So to me, you know, yeah, it's just you know, that's what goes with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he was a chef, he probably would have fucked up his last meal. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali he lost his last fight. You understand what I'm saying? You know, Mike Tyson got knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Is that, you know, that's the game you chose, and the business. Bobby shit. Bobby shit. Bobby shit. He used to get knocked out. Bobby Shit was doing the commentary. Bobby Shit said, "It's the business we chose, man. I've been there." You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
Everybody can't be for me.
You going. That's how you play the game. That's how you going out. You know what I'm saying? Look, how I'm going out. I'm gonna be old. I'm gonna have Alzheimer's or some shit. The young guys gonna roll up. Yo, got high school age degree. See, I would be fucked up. It'd be like, man, this old nigga here, y'all talking about? This nigga don't know his lessons. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works, man. You understand what I'm saying? A lion is gonna come in, tear motherfuckers up, and he's gonna go out getting torn the fuck up. So, you know, like I've been saying for the entire time, understand what you build, because it will destroy you, Frankenstein. yesterday was the start of the mandate business where cats are getting paid time off. I mean, now they getting unpaid time off. I'm already in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Where, shit, I got some loot. I gotta spend the day because of that. You know, and it's man, that's a whole other video right there in terms of you know, the economy and all the different things, that you know, the impacts that's gonna have. I heard they up to 31 firehouses now that's been closed down.
Wasn't none closed yesterday. Wasn't no firehouse closed down yesterday.
Well, that's what they're reporting on the news.
Nah, man, it went today. Because this morning wasn't no firehouses was closed yesterday. None was closed yesterday.
Well, the New York Post is saying 31 firehouses closed.
You know New York Post, they got to gas it up.
Well, who said no firehouses closed?
10-10 wins. They're like, ain't no firehouses was shut down yesterday.
10-10 wins is over the Post.
Yeah, Post go say it.
Man, the news is the news. So once you got a channel you trust, that's when you love it.
But the Post, once you go to the Post,
once you got a channel you trust, that's when you love it. Supreme Man said peace.
Dude, Lowe's here tonight.
You say controversy sells because the ones who are alarmed by the controversy promote it unwittingly. Yeah, you know, not just alarmed, but the people that's amused by it. You know what I'm saying? Like we living in that class clown world now.
Sensational.
You know what I'm saying? You know that, where the teacher used to tell you if somebody's cutting up in the class, don't laugh at that person. You see what I'm saying? don't laugh at that person. Yeah, don't laugh. Just don't pay him no mind and he'll go with it. You understand what I'm saying? See, we live in that world now where the class clown, the new name for the class clown is troll, right? The troll
is the star.
Yeah.
He's the star.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm starting to get the hang of this social media shit since I've been on here. Yeah, I ain't understand it really. I still don't. You know.
Actually, yes, you do. You know about the herb. Remember? Said about 20 years ago.
No.
They like the herbs.
I figured out about gaslighting though. I know it's gaslighting. And
what about dog whistle?
Man, that's old school.
Yeah,
that's when it.
Hold on. Oh, you know they didn't redefine dog whistle.
No, it came out in the 60s.
Oh, I know that, but you ain't see how they tried to redefine it with Chappelle with the whole thing? That Chappelle was trying to, or this new thing, the transgender comedian tried to say he's dog whistling.
I mean, I don't see, and this is another thing that, to me, I find that stupid, where people, language is violence now and shit.
Silence is violence.
Listen, if language is violence,
somebody go get her.
Listen, I'll be on death row.
Listen, what you say? You've been past terrorist threat.
I'd have been executed. I'd have been a story of him. You got to get rid of that nigga there, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been locked up since the 80s, man. What's up about? All my pills would be over. You know what I'm saying? His language was violence.
You know, silence is violence.
Yeah, because in order to be an ally, if you see somebody or hear somebody doing something stupid, you're supposed to stop them. I mean, now, but see, my shit is this, man.
Now, with violence, shouldn't if something is violent, doesn't that mean somebody's gonna be hurt?
Well, what is the literal definition of violence? Violence is one word. Let's see what the definition.
Usually that means if violence is happening, that means somebody's gonna feel a little pain.
All right, yeah. See this here. This is the definition that I grew up with.
Which is
Behavior involving physical force intended to hurt, damage, or kill someone or something.
see, yeah, that's violence.
Right.
See, when you say this,
That's what I thought. Was violence, strength of emotion, or an unpleasant or destructive force, like something violently
now
swayed in
this
the
is
wind.
violence now. This is violence.
That's criminal.
No, what you mean? How's that criminal? What I do?
That's assault.
What you mean? Oh, this is assault.
That's assault.
What you mean?
Might be putting mojo on it.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
it's two of y'all that's gang assault.
Hold on. That doesn't fit the definition of violence. There's no pain.
But the unlawful exercise of physical force or intimidation by the exhibition of such force. This is not the kind of thing that can be effected over the internet. Just from how I.
I think we're living in an age where war is not what it used to be. Like they don't send out all these troops to go kill the other troops anymore. It's not like straight up war; it's a covert war, and it's very, every little act is an act of war now.
Okay, so we got Newsweek, the Daily Mail, and ABC News, all saying that the fire station is closed. In fact, it appears here. What is this?
Houses that's closed now.
Is this the list? That's what I'm saying.
That's today.
This is the ones that's closed.
Can't be that many.
Can't be that.
I'm telling you, something is the last count was 31.
Which one of those is the village?
This is the village. No, this ain't quite the village.
Is it only
This is up in the 20s. Oh, now it's Great Jones.
It's third.
Yeah.
Man. The motherfuckers open like this is what you're talking about. The motherfuckers, I've seen the truck already today.
No, but look at this though. Okay, well, I'm saying
I just saw the trucks.
you said reputable news sources.
Independent.
Yeah, Staten Island Live. More Staten Island fire companies taking offline overnight.
That's 2 days ago. That's from Sunday.
Yeah, this one is from 7 hours ago.
More than 2,000 firefighters out all day.
Nah, man, that's de Blasio playing games. FDNY denies firehouse closed due to de Blasio vaccine. Yeah, that's what a misleading headline. But they saying that's not the reason it's closed. Just like the airport motherfuckers saying, nah, it's not because of COVID we canceling flights.
You ain't got nobody to work.
Yeah, but they say it's not because of COVID.
You ain't got nobody to work.
Listen,
You don't have the staff.
they can fool a lot of
You
people.
don't have enough staff to play.
They can fool a lot of people. But they can't fail me. They can't fool me.
So, see ya.
Yesterday,
Said he was doing better.
he said, Bill said, my job so far respected an exemption affidavit I gave HR. What was the grounds that you put on the exemption affidavit? Sam Shabazz, Elite Low. Said, what 5% album? Album. Oh no, I was in on Lord Jamar jump up. Oh, you talking about that thing they did for the Sean Proof a couple of years ago? Said over here you need a vaccination card to sit inside an establishment. It's crazy. You got teenagers asking people for their vaccination status. A lot of places close their indoor seating. That's the same thing that's going on over here. You know, it's starting to break down though, you know, because, you know, it's just one of the things that's not going to work out. See, first of all, you know, New York is a lot of tourist business. So, you know, bars, restaurants, theaters, et cetera, these are the places. But see, those businesses don't have a big margin like that. You know what I'm saying? They're not like Jordans where they're making them for 23 cents and selling them for $230. You understand what I'm saying? You know, that's already a business with a slow margin. So you're already taking out a certain amount of their customers. You know, restaurants is not the type of businesses that can lose 10, 20% of their business. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then on top of that, you know, now you got to pay an extra person to stand at the door and check this. You know what I'm saying? Or you've got to give somebody else, you know, double duty where they got to like, you know, it's.
That's what L was doing. L doing at Whole Foods down on House.
Yeah, guaranteed. You know, and that's why they paying the rate that they paying.
But you gotta show your card to get Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that one, you don't got to show your card to get in every establishment, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, some people, you know, like Whole Foods, if they got that kind of money, they trying to be out in front of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
That's because it's owned by Amazon, and Amazon is probably, it's a tech company, it's in bed with the pharmaceutical companies to begin with. So I'm not surprised that Whole Foods would do that because they're in it. They're probably behind after this.
It ain't that. Any stuff, any business.
A grocery store though. Yeah. That's a grocery store.
Yeah, you gotta be hold up. You gotta have a mask to go into the store.
Oh, I'm not talking about a mask. I'm talking
You gotta have,
about the vaccine.
you gotta have, just like I said, you got to have a mask to go in the store.
No,
they just got
the vaccine. I'm talking about.
No,
But
you
they
gotta have a mask to go in stores once.
Hmm?
You ain't gotta have a mask to go in stores too tough. It's you know, certain places they might fuck with you, but they ain't really. It's just if you stay, they fucking with you about their card. You know what I'm saying? But this is interesting right here. No, I didn't see this. You said self-high bill, did I peep how the Rittenhouse case is in the process of starting a precedent? No, what's the signs? What's been going on with that?
No, they said they can't call them victims. They can refer, the judge said you can't, people got killed can't be referred to as victims. They can be referred to as looters, arsonists, and shit like that.
What's that for?
Kyle Rittenhouse trial.
That people can't be referred to as victims.
The ones that he killed, they could be referred to as looters, rioters.
So they're saying he's justified in killing them.
That's what the judge is trying to say.
Yeah.
So the prosecutor's supposed to say, instead of calling, he don't gotta call them victims, the dead people that he shot. Just say,
Nah. Hold on. You have a violent crime, right? By definition, but listen, by the definition,
violence,
we just looked up a violence, right?
That's right. That's violent.
There must be a victim.
No. The judge said you cannot refer to them individuals as victims. You can refer, you can't refer to them as victims. You can refer to them as looters, rioters, arsonists.
Nah. See, listen. Look, the judge is letting them off.
The judge is trying to let them off.
No, the judge let him off because look right there. He just he's gonna get an appeal. this shit is wholly improper.
Yeah, basically,
See, I've been in shit before on both sides. And see, when shit happens, man, what they tell you is, look, no matter what happened, the reaction was not appropriate. Nah, that's look.
Why you gotta bring those?
I have courthouse experience, not a lawyer or paralegal, but I'm just telling you. That there's, you know, when somebody gets arrested, right, for a violent crime, right, it doesn't matter what the other person did. But nah, Lord Jamar, no, I wasn't mm-mm. So I'm just warning you right now before you're disappointed. You know, Lord Jamar is we always acknowledge him as an honorary 5% for the impact that he had on many individuals. You understand what I'm saying? You know. But yeah, that sounds crazy. Because listen, this is what I'm saying. That means that no gang member has ever had a victim. That's what you're telling me.
That's in Wisconsin.
You're telling me that no gang member has ever had a victim. Because if that's the case, we can't refer to you as a victim. We gotta refer to you as a GD. or a BD or a op. Or a blood or a crip. Nigga, victim. You
Shooter.
Yeah,
Shooter.
Like say, if I come to your block or you come to my block and I shoot at you first, and you shoot me and I die, I'm still the fucking victim.
Standing my ground.
What the fuck are they talking about?
Standing my ground. What are you talking about?
Listen, man.
Standing my ground.
Who's the lawyer in there? Crump?
Nah. No.
Hey, Benjamin Crump, that would be his lawyer.
Oh, what are you talking about? Got this. Talking about the
Saying,
lawyers is what's the name of the
I'm saying there's no
That's
lawyer.
the judge.
There's no lawyer worth his salt that is going to allow some shit like that to go through.
Well, that's what the judge said.
Nah. You might as well put the appeal in there. You might as well tell the client, look, you might as well tell the client, look, they got it in for you about to get convicted on this one. You said on the appeal, I got you.
You see what Brett did yesterday, right? Who? Brett Kavanaugh. That's all he did yesterday, right? He went over there, knowing that he Trump done put him in. Now he gonna try to throw a monkey wrench and gonna bring up motherfucking. So you saying the states can just outlaw firearms on their own? Oh yeah, they was up at the Supreme Court yesterday talking about that abortion law shit over there, right? So Brett said, because Texas got it where if you know motherfuckers is trying to do some abortion shit or do some shit, you can get paid if you tell them. They paying you to snitch. So
yeah, I know about that.
So Brett said, ho, what you talking about? So you saying if they try to say their own motherfuckers don't like that you holding guns. Yeah, get rid of him. So now they saying, hold on. What you talking about guns? Yeah, I don't like, Brett said, I don't like how a state.
I don't understand what you're saying.
He's saying the state, the way Texas wrote the law, basically where they superseding the feds, and the Supreme Court is like, I don't like how the state is just gonna have to overrule the Fed. So what you saying, they can overrule us as far as the right to bear arms? A state just say, nah, we snatching that up.
They do all the time.
Brett said, nah, I can't do that. The president not gonna have it.
New York State is doing that.
They got their own laws.
Yeah, so what's he talking about?
No, he's talking about, what you mean New York State got what?
New York State, you can't carry a gun in New York.
Not saying that. You can't carry your gun in a lot of states. That ain't
Exactly. So what is he
No,
talking?
no,
What's
no,
the
no.
precedent? That's what I'm saying.
No, he's asking the question. Are we saying that a state can now say if they don't like a federal law, they can just get rid of it?
Yeah, there's several.
No, you can have a gun, guys. You can have a gun in New York. You just have to have it legally. You can have a gun in New York State. You just have to have it legally.
There's very few legal grounds.
But you can have, but like I said,
in New York City.
but you have to apply
And
for it.
that's actually city law trumping federal law. That's municipal codes.
You can possess one. You just have to have it.
Because motherfuckers upstate got guns.
Sure, you can possess one.
But that's what I'm saying. There's plenty of laws that do that.
No, but you can possess one. That's the thing. You can legally possess a firearm. They're saying that,
On what grounds?
what you mean? You apply for a license, you can legal firearm.
Yeah, but I'm saying they don't just give you. It's not like just an average person. Like you gotta be,
You
gotta be a rich person
No,
or a famous person.
No,
Yeah.
you don't got it.
In New York City,
You got free to get a firearm.
with
I'm free.
you
Free
check,
to get a gun.
God, you talking motherfuckers with security clearance?
A security law.
No, God, that's their job. God, just as a citizen, you cannot. They don't give out guns in New York. If they did, I trust you.
Well, you gotta apply for it. Most of them don't apply.
Yeah, you could apply all you want. I'm just saying that when you go down there, you gotta be like right now, if you a rapper, right? You like, yeah, yo, 6ix9ine, all this shit's going on, yo, I'm scared. You know what I mean? Or yo, if you he can't get one.
We know he can't now.
If you down in the diamond district and you be carrying the money or you be carrying diamonds, you can get one. But just
they don't have any guns and ammo stores in New York City.
Huh?
You go out in the country, they got stores called gun and ammo.
Saying, listen, if you can have a gun, if you can have a gun,
You don't have it in Jersey.
if you can have a gun, guess who never would have went to jail if you could apply for a gun? One, no, that's two. There's one person, very famous, that never would have went to jail if there was a way to legally possess a gun. He said, I'm now calling the Dems the Metalcrats. Said those businesses don't have union representation. Well, yeah, Pat Lynch, in the history of time that I've known him, I've never liked him. But I would have to say this is the first time I agreed with anything that he said. He said that the police union is going to be fighting. Just 793rd. From once establishments have been saying they weren't even before it was mandated so as to not make their customers uncomfortable. It's going to be a lot of said Senate Bill number 942, Section 1, Chapter 7, 14th Amendment, 4th Amendment, FN 12, the Nuremberg Code, International Sanitary Regulations, Article 83, Chapter 4. So these is the those are the rules that you cited, the laws that you cited as grounds. The video you talking about with Ronan. What Ronan you talking about? talking about who is Kyle Rittenhouse? He's the guy that shot the people at the protests in Milwaukee. Not Milwaukee. Was it? No,
Wisconsin.
it was in Wisconsin. He was from the next state or whatever.
Illinois.
Yeah, and he came over there and he shot the 3 guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think that's going to be a problem because, you know, I don't know if at that particular demonstration that they was looting and all of these other names that they call them.
Did he just shoot 3 random people, or was it just like particular people?
They shot.
Yeah.
They was all right.
They was all just happened to be there. It wasn't.
So that makes it even more messed up. There's no evidence that they were looting.
Guy with the dreads from Medina.
But you know it's Saturday, right? For King and Jeff.
Weird. Yeah, because people been talking crazy about that. So yeah, we just got some knowledge right there. King Asiatic, they having a memorial out in Medina. What day you said? Where? Yeah, we got some information on the memorial for our brother King Asiatic. That is man. You said that brother was from Teaneck, who was rhyming with a lot of real.
What you talking about? Like, you talking about Magnetic? Who's wrong with you and cussing?
No, he ain't around me.
When he came with it, I thought he said he got him a song too.
I was on the album.
I was on the album.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he got him a song with y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
there, real Casa. Okay, so we got the farewell ceremony with King Asiatic, November 6th at 577 Lafayette Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 4:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. So 577 Lafayette. Mm-hmm.
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
Not Roosevelt.
It's sort of near Atlantic.
It's by Atlantic.
Lafayette Avenue, if you
I know what Lafayette is.
it's like Atlantic runs across the whole Brooklyn. Lafayette's like a couple blocks up.
Lafayette.
I know what
I know
Lafayette
that.
is. I'm just
I know
saying
that.
where's 577.
Gotta be between around those.
We can give out a cross street, but you know, everybody got is 577 Lafayette Avenue, November 6th. You know, also I was supposed to let y'all know earlier on in the class, but now it's as good a time as ever. Sunyez has put out some he's put out a directive, you know, that if you're in New York City, that class is at 2122 7th Avenue. Not on youtube.com/Darkim Be Allah Christ. That's for the people who can't make it. So
We could decide,
Lafayette, no
they cut that code, that school gate, man. They had that shit wide open.
I don't know. You know what that means.
No street. Lafayette, no street.
Yeah, so that's Lafayette and No String. For everybody that you know is gonna be coming to show the brothers some love, you know what I mean? And you know, just as a family, you know, that's gonna be Saturday. You said, what are the benefits of having the pen and not? You gotta clarify that question. Yeah, you must be talking about. You said he rhymed with a lot. I mean, a lot of people rhyme with a lot of real, so that's difficult to say too. But if it's the brother that you're talking about, that they talking about right now, magnetic. I don't really know nothing about. Yeah, I mean, he's somebody seen him around. He's a guy and all that. But me and him don't get that.
Oh, yeah. Let anybody know that Knowledge Everlasting got a art exhibit over at King University till I think December 15th.
What's King University?
King over in Elizabeth.
King?
Kean.
You talking about Knowledge Everlasting that moved to Cali?
Yeah, got a,
You back out here?
no, nah, they got an exhibit that's been in King since last month.
Yeah, Knowledge and Understanding. I don't know if y'all know the guy from Newark out there. He got his art stuff off the ground. He do a lot of art. He's from Asbury?
How's Everlasting from Asbury?
All right, so he's from Newark. But
True.
oh snap! You know something? I did know that.
Yeah, I don't know how you did
I did know that. Yeah. But yeah, Knowledge Everlasting in Keene University. If you're in the area, he has an exhibit that's being displayed over there.
So December 15th.
Shout out to our brother that's accomplishing great things on that level. Yeah, so yeah, Sunya said, you know, if y'all in New York, y'all better get over here on the double because, you know, otherwise you're gonna have to get that knock. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know who y'all rest with now, but you know, when when we come over there and, you know, whoever answers the door, we tell them, tell the guys outside. You know, we don't want to have to take it back to those days. The universal pin. We talking about the universal flag. What was your question again?
Streets take money out of our pockets, man. I don't give shit about no money, nigga. They snatched my gun. Aren't you the one that said?
So what are the benefits of having a universal flag? I mean, What do you mean the benefits? There's no benefits. Take that out of here. Go watch that out there. Said you posted a link to the video above. I don't see no link. You sure it came in there? You say, I was born, so your question, you said, what is the benefits of having the flag or not with 120 on cap? I mean, see, the flag is a representation of the universe. See, the reality, you know, when you say the flag is the sun when it starts, right? That's the universe. You know, that's where we exist right here. You know, that flag is a representation that you put on your chest to show that, you know, you completed, you know, a certain level of, you know, your life's journey, you know, in the cipher of 120 lessons. You know what I'm saying? In the cipher of, you know, becoming civilized. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of, you know, remaining civilized, in terms of, you know, the righteousness, like the, you know, the flag is not like, you know, it's not like a badge in a video game or like, you know, you know, like the flag is going to protect you. Like this motherfucker's been shot with their flag on, the flag ain't going to help you with that. You know, it's motherfuckers that got sick with their flag on. It's motherfuckers that they know their lessons with their flag on. Like there's no superpowers involved with the flag. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Don't you think that also someone who is deceptive could wear the flag to try and be like a pretender?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's why, you know, I deal with science of examination. So like all the stuff you're gonna hear now,
Yeah.
So you had to show some level of mastery of that before I gave you a flag. You understand what I'm saying? You know, but you know, even in terms of you know, when you look at the lessons, you know what I'm saying, it tells you in there that, you know, that flag was given you know, upon the presentation of 4 devil's heads.
What?
Upon presentation of 4 devil's heads.
So you had to cut 4 heads off.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? You know, in this day and time, you know, it's upon the presentation of the destruction of the devils in you, right? That you get a flag.
So what you said, when was it? When did you have to cut those heads off? You said
Well, the flag, the degree in particular that's speaking on that, right, is a
said that. When was that? You said that you had to cut 4 devil heads off?
Yeah, well, that's speaking about the historic time of the let's say about 900 or 1,000 years of war between the Muslims and the Christians.
Oh, so you're talking about the Crusades.
Actually, before the Crusades, starting from well, 632 is still there in Arabia. You know what I mean? But by 700, they're engaging with the what do you call those people? The Eastern Roman Empire, the Byzantines. They're already engaging with the Byzantines when they went across North Africa by 711. That was the Byzantine Empire before they came. You see what I'm saying? So that's just one of the wars.
711?
711.
Like they didn't have 711.
711 AD.
Oh. So you're saying to get the flag, they had to cut off 4 people's heads?
That was the war, not strategy. It was a kind of a tactic of fear that was being used
By who?
by both sides.
Oh, both sides.
On the Christian side, you had people like Vlad Dracul, that his thing was impaling the enemy soldiers. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this was to strike fear in each other in terms of, you know, what would happen if you come over here messing with us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Muslims had their tactics and the Christians had their tactics. And amongst those tactics was cutting off 4 devil's heads.
So don't you think that at some point those people would just go up to an innocent peasant and take their head so that they could prove something?
Well, no.
No.
I mean, there was definitely, you know, civilian populations that was killed, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, especially, well, yeah, no, you can't really say that. But, you know, you know, you gotta bring back enemy heads.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that's also a tactic. There's I can't remember who it was, but in the Bible, there's a situation where it's supposed to be a battle, right? And the leader, to ensure that his soldiers went to kill the enemy, he told them to bring back their foreskins. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, just in terms of, you know, that's a kind of military thing where, you know, things was slightly more, it's like how you said with wars now, you know what I'm saying? People just pressing buttons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't the same, like, we gotta go over there and get 3 feet from these people with swords and shit.
Yeah.
You know, and we just going, you know, we in the phone booth with these swords.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But you know, that's one of the things that, look, it happens to this day, right? Where you can't misidentify the devil's heads that got to be taken. See, if you misidentify what's going on, right, you could think that those devil's heads mean something other than your own head.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, in that situation, you would end up doing devilishment. You know what I'm saying? So in the situation that somebody, just took somebody innocent's head, that would then make them the devil that they trying to take out. You know what I'm saying? Which is, that's one of the main things, right, that you got to guard against. You know what I'm saying? When you want to skip those steps, you got people that want to skip the steps of teaching.
For sure.
You see what I mean? Teaching is a lifetime thing because learning is a lifetime. You understand what I'm saying? But when you come to the point where you want to shortcut the teaching, right? So you want to come up with all other type of ways. Yo, God, why don't we just kill all the people that's saying that? Because now you the devil. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. That actually relates to a question I have for you that I was going to ask you. Is how do you know who the 10% are, and where have you ever identified people as who are they? Where are they?
Sure. Well, see, in every cipher you got 10%, 5%, and 85%.
Every cipher.
Yeah. You see what I mean? So, whoever is the people that is, receiving the benefit, of other people's struggle or labor, that's the 10%.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In any, individual, like right now, right? If, let's say if you had 5 brothers, right?
Yeah.
And, your pops told y'all, look, go in the backyard and rig up all the leaves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you got one little brother, right? That, he's your mom's favorite. He's still a baby. So somehow she protects him from that job, right? But he still get all the benefits y'all got. Yeah, unfortunately, he 10% of job. See, y'all did all the labor and he got the benefit. See, sometimes you get 10% yourself, your own greed. You put yourself in a position, right, that's all fucked up, right? Because you was trying to gain some shit.
So it's almost like it changes even within yourself on a daily basis. If you make the wrong moves, you could be the 10% one day.
From minute to minute.
Yeah.
Not on a daily basis.
Yeah, from minute to minute.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anytime, you have some knowledge, right, that the other people right here, they all need that, but instead of telling them that, right, you use that knowledge to ride on the top of these people right here, rather, you avoid some type of trial, you know what I'm saying, rather you get some type of gain, that's the 10%. You know what I mean? In any, particular, cipher that you're dealing with, you know what I mean? Now, when you're dealing with the 10%, as we speaking about in the lessons, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about the 10% as it pertains to, what we live in right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The entire life. We're talking about the 10% in this society that we live in.
The class of people. Or an organization of people.
They
somehow connect them.
I mean, they form a class of people. You know what I'm saying? But
you can't write off the whole class.
It's see, these people is in all walks of life. You understand what I mean? Like there's some people that's 10%, right? And all they get is crack. Like they 10% and the other people, somehow they got them doing something to go get the crack while they sit right here. And then when people come back, they smoke up their crack.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That person is 10%, no, but they're not getting Jeff Bezos' money. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? And they're not pressing the button like Biden.
Right.
You understand what I mean? But they still the 10% and that cycle. You see what I mean? But in this society that we live in, right? We have the difference. See, the reason why I say not necessarily one class,
I
right?
see.
Is because see, you got the religious class, right?
Yeah.
In the political class, right? In the economic, the business class, right? These are all different. These motherfuckers don't rock all the time like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But they all comprise the 10% in the society that we live in. Yeah, I don't know. West Coast, you gotta yeah, I don't know. You're right. The link is the link. Let me see, how can you send the link? You probably got, just send it to me on Instagram and I'll you see, I check it and see if it's what I think. All right, yeah, I see the link right here too, complete. Yeah, so I said if you send it to my what's your name? Steve. Okay. West Coast sync. Let's see. Man, I'm fucking real, man. Like, what is the chair? This yeah, that's yeah, that's magnetic. That's who that is. But yeah, what about him? What is what is the phenomenon? I'm telling you, man, so many brothers, man. That's listen. But oh yeah, hold up. Let me put the link in the YouTube so anybody want to check it out can see it. All right. That should be popping up any minute now. So yeah, that's the link if anybody wants to go check it out. Yeah, that's magnetic. Who was the he was building with a brother from VA and there was some stuff said. Yeah, who knows? But what's the brother's name again? Yeah, what we see, but I'm gonna tell you something though, and that's something I knew from the jump, is that this is the topics that we covered, right, is not gonna be as much for everybody. Just, the City Science channel is more of, what I'm saying, we deal with a little more topics that the lay person can the lay person can understand better. Just the whole language and everything that we use here is very is very you said, is it really divine or destroyed? What are you talking about? In the alphabet? But who's the brother? Somebody asked about the flag. Kasim. Yeah, Kasim. But the requirements for the flag, you gotta know 120. You gotta know the science of the flag, the history of the flag. You gotta know the history of the nation, the history of Allah. I mean, that's, and it all depends on who it is that you get the flag from. You know what I mean? Depending, if you're not asking questions, then I'm gonna be asking some questions that we gave you that flag. But the specific questions you're gonna get. But those are the basics, of the nation. You know what I'm saying? The basic things where it's like, okay, you got that, and then now, it's up to you to be wise enough to know what you have and put it into activation so you can get the best part out of it. You sent the other videos. We was see who's this. So do we want to hear this? Hold up. Let me put this on it. Let me put this on the speaker. We check it out. Hold on. Let's see if we could, yeah, I guess West Coast Wise got a little he gave us a little I don't know, we call these things when you look on the like when we watch the video, like when we watch the video and then we do a little, you know, we see what we think about it. But hold on, get the volume up here. All right.
So God's God and earth and heaven is just a truth. And there's no one righteous in the same. He is not unseen. He is seen and heard everywhere. For this is all I see. So if somebody asked you, what was the question? The question is, tell us why does the devil teach 85% that God is a righteous, unseen being that exists everywhere? So if somebody asked you that, that's the answer you're going to give? Yeah. How about this? What does the devil teach the 85%? The answer that God is a righteous and unseen being existing everywhere. God of the earth and the heavens above, he is just and true, and there is no one righteousness in him. God is seen, seen, and everything. Now, what makes more sense? Lord, can teach us. I can cut your wisdom, okay? Makes sense to lesson. I don't know. I read the answers to the question. If somebody comes up to me and says, why does the devil teach 85% that God is a righteous and unseen being existing everywhere? And I answer him, Allah is the God of the earth and heavens above. That's not an answer. He's going to look at me like I'm speaking Chinese. Guys, you're joking. Well, I'm going to teach that man also what God is and who Allah is.
All right,
so
now
you're
stop.
going to give a different answer.
What's your question, Wise? Because see, this. I think I know where you're going with this. Yeah, I can't. Well, I'm gonna post the link because the sound is just bad. So I'm gonna just go ahead and post the link. Everybody check it out. But what's the question? I think I. See, because and you know, magnetic is that way. Well, listen. What's the question, Wise? This video made me view the 37th degree a certain way. Remember, I asked you about that degree when the channel first started. See, but here's the thing, right? What he said is not the answer either. Let's be clear, God. Let's be clear. The answer to that degree is there is no mystery God. So he says that it's supposed to make sense the other way. Is that it? I mean, we can check out the rest of it, I guess. Where's it? Where'd it go? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and see, God, listen, I'm saying nothing. You know, it's no secret. I'm an elitist guy. Yes, what I'm saying, you know, Cash in the 90s don't teach me. It's not the way the flow goes. Now he knows his lessons the way he got them. Then that set exists the way he said it. But you know, he gets. See, you know, being humble is a thing. It's an actual thing. You said the ads on my channel is mad funny. What kind of ads they got? They don't show them to me. So if you watch the rest of the video, he becomes a big head scientist. Well, let's see. I don't know if y'all can hear it. But I mean, I know magnetic.
The answer that you gave, no, but I'm going to expound on the answer. That's not really an answer. If I ask you, how was I not answering? It's responding to the question. Because if you ask me what time it is and I say purple, just because I answered it doesn't mean I gave you the answer to your question. No, but that answer is directly going to that question. It says what? Why? What did you say? Why does the devil teach 85% of God's righteous unseen being? That was simple. Okay. The answer that you gave says why the devil teaches that. Or does it say Allah is God on earth? And if you're telling me who Allah is, but you're not telling me why the devil does it. To me, that great answer. 85% answer me that question. I'm just saying Allah is God on earth. What was you? They said, well, why does the devil teach us? I'm going to answer you, telling you Allah is God on earth. You got to do what you understand what I'm saying. I understand what you said.
Now, he didn't cuss him. He's not the one that changed it to what? That's another thing y'all do. This is just, you know, the first person that y'all see saying something, y'all say he changed it. You know, just like I had to explain to you know, with this whole Umar is the one that played refinement in the mathematics. You know, people hear these stories and run with them. But no, there is a set of degrees that says exactly what he said.
Understanding God. I would give it to you in the middle form. Because you're not ready for that, God. When you feel it, so the simple way, as I was telling the brother, is What does the devil teach the 85%? Right, exactly. Answer that God is a righteous and unseen being existing everywhere. I'm sure the God had a should be right. The reason I'm saying I know that's what you have because that's what I have sometimes. I'm doing analysis because that's the question and answer of the degree. The understanding happens. That's the question and answer that we all got. That's not what you got. What's the question you got? What does the devil say? That's not what I. That's why I had to go to the first one in the kingdom. I feel it. I wasn't saying it to say, yo, bro, you got to do this, correct that. I was just saying, let's think here. Let's not be corners. True indeed. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying, God. Everything you said was real. I'm not disrespecting nothing that you said.
Yo, I thought that was wise. I'm sitting there like, yo, son, this nigga sound just like fucking wise.
The question is one thing. It does. Now we're clear on that. Yeah, we're clear on that. I'm just saying, all the brother was doing was cool. I know. At the same time, when he expounds on that, he has to take it in depth. Yeah. That's where his mastery comes into play. And that's what we just do. He's talking about that station is knowledge and wisdom, and the question and the answer. We can't begin to build on understanding if the knowledge and the wisdom is not making sense. Because that's building a house on the cloud. And falling out the sky and busting the windows. I'm saying, each individual, your understanding has to be in time. So what I was dealing with strictly knowledge and wisdom. What are we talking about? Does this question and this answer make sense? You know, to the degree of the math, though. Still, that's not the question. The answer has to be specific to what is that degree? I work with children. I work with young men aged 12 to 21. So I don't get them degrees. I get them things that they deal with in life that are relevant to the degree or parts of the degree that apply to their life. I don't get them the straight degree word for word.
Can y'all hear it now?
Everything else you say makes so much sense, God. Why are you giving me this piece of paper that this question don't make sense to this answer? I'm telling you, study. And I'm gonna say, well, God, let's go back and do the research. Let's go back and and that's what a scientist does. A lot of brothers have to go and do their own research. You know what I'm saying? I had to go do certain research to get certain things. I'm sure every brother in this cipher didn't get it 100% right. Right? So you had to go to somebody who had it right to tell you how to do it right and how to, what you're dealing with. And then don't stop there. Right. Cross-reference. Because a lot of these old guys, one of them will tell you one thing and another one will tell you something else. And I'm going to do that too. So I said, all right, well, how do I distinguish who's telling me the truth? You got to distinguish it using common sense, first of all. Using your archaeological or historical evidence. What do I have? Is the tape of the Father going to support this? Is the Enlightenment going to support this? Do I have old Son of Mary's and 5% to support this claim? You know what I'm saying? Can I reference other brothers who are not a part of this man cycle that can justify that? You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that people say Allah said that. Let's come on, let's be honest. There's no proof. You know what I mean? And that's where the debates and the arguments and all that come from. So I always look for, what reference can I have to show to support what I'm saying or what the next man is saying? Like brothers is running around here talking about goddesses, right? Yeah. Where did that come from? Yeah. It didn't come from Allah and justice. Cultivated, brother. Why did they even cultivate a system? You know what I mean? But I don't care where it came from because you can't come here and teach it in my father's house. Unless you're going to tell me you somebody else. You know what I mean? Put Muhammad or something on your name or put some Hebrew Egyptian shit. But don't come in here and say my name is such and such and this is my queen goddess ruler somebody. And I'm going to look at you and be like, oh, obviously you're in the wrong place. You know what I mean? Or nobody told you anything. And I ain't gonna do it in front of your woman. You know what I mean? I'm saying, bro, let's take a walk. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you mess around and you might take that brother's son, and you don't even mean to do it. But she ain't gonna respect that thing. You know what I mean? Or a lot of brothers is talking about father's power referral. That's another myth. There's no historic, scientific, mathematical, common sense, dictionary evidence to support that. But 85% of the people in this radius will tell you that father's power referral, and that's what Allah taught. And I went to certain brothers that was supposed to be there. Yeah, man, the father, we got sandwiches together on the corner. Yeah. Well, how come he never mentions it one time at the table? And he goes through that certain time. How come it's not in the enlightenment? Indeed. It's Allah ordained. How come it ain't there? Huh? Why is the paper called the power paper? They ain't called the power of fire.
That's stupid.
How many gods you know they find?
Because freedom is not in there, and destroy is not in there either. See, this guy, man, listen. Let me. See, he's one of these brothers, right? That came from New Jersey and met brothers from Medina, and all of a sudden started thinking he's from Medina. He's not the only one. But he got the history that he comes to have. You know what I'm saying? But look, full disclosure, he's told me before that my mind is twisted and that I don't teach Allah's mathematics. He's told me that before on Facebook. But I'm just saying that, yeah, that's it's not shocking it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, me and him don't. But that's that was a whole other funny episode when he told me that day on Facebook. And nah, that's the first time I seen it. But see, listen, y'all, I done told y'all, I don't watch Infinite's channel because Infinite is just documenting whatever happens. He's just documenting whatever happens, and it's up to y'all to make sense of it. See, that's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to hit Infinite up and tell them, yo, we be confused about some of these videos you put up. Because see, when I tell him, he say, no, that's just me. That I'm just an elitist. You know what I'm saying? But nah, he met, see, let me tell you something. And Born Everlasting, shout out to Born Everlasting, that's my brother. But listen, Born Everlasting got niggas all over the country with their minds fucked up, about who they are and who everybody else is. Like, listen, he actually came to tell me before that I didn't know Saheem. He literally told me that. as if you in my, like, how are you in my category? Like, we not from the same place. We didn't get the knowledge at the same time. We didn't learn from the same people. We never maintained together. How are we in the same, where you would know, you say, yeah, if you ever came to Medina, I would, like, nigga, I went to school in Medina. Like, what was you doing there? Playing with G.I. Joes? See, you don't really know the history, man. You know, but he a good brother. The building that he was doing right there, you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably, I think y'all overreacted. He is right about a lot of things he was saying. You understand what I mean? But it's just that, you know, he's a little bit, you know, see, for me, my knowledge is well-rounded, right? Meaning that I've been all over. Like, I don't just have knowledge from Mecca or knowledge from Medina or knowledge from the desert. You know, I've been all over. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is I'm not in the habit, like, there's things that's lies. But when somebody says what Allah taught them, right, I don't just assume that they be lying. See, one thing you gotta remember, see, you can't pick no one firstborn and act like because you learned from him that you know the whole shit, because they were children. Like, the people who he's talking about where, yo, I went and got the whole shit with the law where we could deal with the whole historic, scientific, nigga, get the fuck out my face. If you 41 years old and there's somebody that's even 25 years old that can tell you they know the whole shit about this man is married with children older than them. Do you really think that there's any one firstborn or group of them that can encompass and embody everything that Allah meant? Or what he said? Do you think there was anybody that was there 24/7? Like, Allah did shit, Allah got pussy, son. Nobody was with him all the time. So any nigga that's telling you he know everything what Allah said, put that nigga, go write his book down like the fucking Quran, where Muhammad to tell you that he wrote every fucking thing Gabriel told him, and that Gabriel told him every fucking thing. Go practice your religion someplace else. See, I ain't involved with that type of dumb shit. I don't know how old he was when he made that. But see, let's keep it 100. God, I'm older than Allah ever got to be with this knowledge, God. I had this knowledge for 7 times as long as he did. So if you think everything goes back to this history right here, that somebody who is 14 is going to tell you, no, I got the whole shit. You got your rabbit ass mouth. See, that's why, listen, that's why Allah said, if you want to see me, come together. See, because y'all all got to come together with the different knowledge and wisdom that I gave y'all at different times based upon your signs. Listen, I never heard of Raise Your Ride. I heard of Raise Your Ride in the 2000s. And the people that told me, I was like, get the fuck out of here. It's nothing like that. And I asked another brother, like, yo, you ever heard of that? He was like, yeah, you hear about that? Yeah, spaghetti in the hook and all. I'm like, what? I never heard that. But that's the signs for everything in life, God. There's things that happen. Look, we used to hold court every day for whatever reason. I wasn't there that day. Like I had to, I had to go somewhere for my mom to do something. So I didn't get to the ad until this time. That thing already happened. Or that morning, I overslept. I got to school. I didn't catch the morning cipher. See, if you knew everything the law was doing, right? What was you doing? See, because the law didn't let motherfuckers just hang with him like that. There was people that was around him. But see, you're supposed to be out there teaching. What the fuck was you doing? See, that's why you don't hear me saying I know everything about nobody, because see, I was in the action. Like, yeah, I spent my time learning, but I'm not a nigga who just sat there at the feet of giants the whole time. Like I was somebody that, listen, I came, they sharpened my sword up, and I went back out in the field. But don't get caught up in that stuff. It's not, it's not stuff to get caught up in. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, and see, look, and that's the reason why I'm telling you too, right? Is not to look at what he's saying is not right and exact, because what he's telling you, right, is the teachings as Allah gave it to some people. You see what I'm saying? And just because you got it this way right here, right, from a group of people that Allah gave it to as well, see, maybe he gave it to this person over here before, right? He gave it to this people before the universal flag. So when you got the knowledge, right, you didn't get the same thing as somebody who got it in 1968 or 69. See, there's brothers who got the knowledge, right, in 1965, 66, right? And then got locked up and then come back home into the 70s. So they never saw the school when the law was there. They didn't know nothing about that. You got brothers who was around at that time and they knew the guys, they knew who they was, but they didn't have the knowledge themselves. But then later on, they got the knowledge. And then you got some people that was there, right? Had the knowledge and everything, but then they fell victim and now they still around. So remember, the history is with everybody. Did I ever tell y'all on here about a story where said that his brother was locked up? And as he's coming back to his cell, there's an old timer in there. The old timer says, I know your father. So the dude, right, he's thinking, oh snap, you from around my way or something. So he's asking him, yo, you know my mom's too, yo, you from over here, over there? And the dude is like, nah. That's your daddy. You 5%, right? So say, yeah. He said, yeah, I know your father. I knew a lot. Me and him used to gamble in some of the same places. He said, yo, you know something? When that man looked you in the eye and told you he was Allah, he meant it. See, that's a particular history. I met a cat over here in the restaurant over here, this Red Rooster, whatever this is over here on Lenox Avenue. Muslim cat. Started talking about, he was derogatory, but he started talking about, him knowing Allah in the past. Love Eternal, right? Tell me one time he was on a train and him and this other brother was looking at pictures of Allah. They was looking at some picture of Allah or something. And this lady got up to walk off the train. And as she was walking off the train, she happened to glance over it and she looked, she said, oh, I know him. That's Allah. He's a ladies' man. Now, have any of y'all heard those histories? Y'all got the Son of Man with that in it? Y'all got the paper with that in it? You went to the rally where they told you about that history? Allah was a whole man. When motherfuckers act like, yo, I got him right here in my back pocket, that shit annoys me, God. See, you're not wise enough to know. But I digress too long right here. True Divine was the signs. No, you could hear, like I said, the one brother, he was in DC, the brother that was locked up. That the dude said, Allah, you used to gamble with Allah. Like there's different people. Like, listen, you might run into a motherfucker that say, yo, I always seen that dude did something big in New York. Yo, I was in the fucking army with him. The kid means this nigga was in Korea together. Then I seen him on the news and shit. He's got some whole thing he's doing out there in New York. What if somebody tell you that history, son? It's histories, God, that I was told that I ain't never heard none of y'all niggas talking about. I ain't never seen none of them books and none of that. Just not be caught up. To the law real would call these dudes Elvis. No, there's one Elvis. I don't know. There is an official Elvis. Not just anybody could be Elvis. There is an official Elvis. You see, you got to know people like Old Man Willie. Too late now. But like the people that you hear the names, like the Seville bar was still there. Like to this day, I see people. If you know who came to Freedom's, you know who came to Freedom's Memorial, Papa Wu? James Smalls. Like James Smalls, Dr. Ben, all them cats. Allah used to build with them, son. Did y'all know that that's part of how the history happened with Harlem Prep? They was teachers over there at that time. When I met Professor Smalls, the nigga was just mad happy to see me and shit. Like I just met him. He just like, oh man, peace, man. Whoa, whoa. But see, I know what it was. It was that he could see the work. You understand what I mean? That him and Allah probably sitting around, and just like we said, what the Yaqub promised his nation he would do. Allah saying and telling him, listen, I'm gonna build with these young, I'm gonna lift them up. And then when he sees somebody, right, that he know wasn't even born when those conversations was had and they affected, you understand what I'm saying? That's, why he showed me a lot of love when he met me. You see what I'm saying? Do y'all know about that history? Did y'all see that in the white guy's book? Did y'all see the newspaper article with that in? So you remember, man, everybody write and live their own history. So a motherfucker tell you he know a whole other nigga history. Where was the time you spent writing yours? Like if I spend the whole time studying you, when I'm gonna get into the action? I studied the science of it, the supreme mathematics, the supreme alphabet. Did I write my history? You know what I'm saying? But let's get out of that digression. So we here now. We're gonna get into the class. We had enough freestyling. So you got the definitions, right?
No, I didn't do any dictionary work this week. I just been doing some other things. I looked into some history and what you're saying. I heard about some of those things you were saying. I think you're totally right. You know, these teachings are coming from someone who lived. You know, he knew what it was like to live an irresponsible life, just as he knew it about wisdom. You know, and that's part of gaining wisdom. And I looked up into some history, Clarence 13X. Yeah, you're right. They say he gambled. You know, they say he was kind of wild and things, but then he devoted himself to bringing up the youth. So in doing that, that then you have to look and say, well, what is wisdom? Where does it come from? And I agree with you. It takes discernment. You can't just like say, oh, I know this and this and this, because that's just knowledge. It's just empty knowledge. It takes intelligent application.
Now, here's the thing, right? When you read that, right? What was the source that you read that from?
It was on Wikipedia or something.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
That's more than likely not from one of our sources. You know, because see, I'm gonna tell you what it is. How you can tell, right? Did it say that he was a Korean War veteran?
I'm not sure.
Did it say he was a family man?
I'm not sure about that either.
And see, those are the things. That's the part. But see, when you leave those parts out, you know what I'm saying? See, when you leave out the part about Harlem Prep, yeah, it makes you look like, see, when you said at first he was wild, right? No, we wild.
Everyone.
No. The people that he tried to save. You see what I mean? And because he affiliated himself with us.
I mean, he must have had some of that in himself. Otherwise, why we spend all this time with those kind of people?
He had to save us.
What I'm saying, like, you don't know how to talk to those people unless you know how to speak their language. You've been through wild behavior.
Well, see,
that's part of being a human being.
That's why he taught us, right? And then we was able to teach each other. Right. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm saying that him as an individual, right? He gets a bad rap because he didn't pick us out of the church choir,
right,
or offer the honor roll. You know what I'm saying? So if you say, I'm the leader of these people, you know what I'm saying? Now, he knows the situation of who he's dealing with. So if we get in trouble, he's not turning his back on us.
Right.
You see what I mean? Like right now, for instance, when the brother was talking about tapes of Allah speaking, you know what I'm saying? You know, the famous tape that a lot of people was talking about is when he went to the reform school, right? To talk to some of the young brothers who was in there because brothers was still getting in trouble, even with the knowledge.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now that he goes in there and they like, well, they with you. You know what I'm saying? Now that makes him look, well, it made some people categorize him as a gang leader, right? But our orders is to teach.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like there's the other stuff that came from us. You know what I'm saying? We brought the wild stuff into the knowledge with us. And it takes us time to destroy those devils.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in the midst of that, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you say, you know, this teacher right here, right, is a teacher of deaf kids, like kids that physically can't hear, right? And then another person come in and say, yeah, the kids can't listen, man. I don't know what he's teaching there. They don't listen. Yeah, it's because he's teaching deaf kids. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but what, you know, what I'm saying is like, I'm not discounting the man. I'm saying like, yeah, like you have to experience those things to know how to overcome them. You can't just like just be wise all out of nowhere one day. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's some truth to that, but it doesn't really pertain to that particular history. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm saying is, you know, Allah was a Muslim. You know what I mean? I never really heard, you know, no street dude type of stuff about Allah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, selling drugs or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It really was, like I'm talking about historically, right? In America, there's a crime wave. Well, in New York City, there's a crime wave that's starting in the early 60s. You know what I'm saying? Where you start to get, you know, all these kids, young men, is starting to first get locked up, you know, kind of en masse, because that's the point at which the war economy has ended. The World War II economy, that is. See, the World War II economy made money. The Vietnam economy, it made money for the military industrial complex, but it lost money for America and the economy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you start to get all of these kids that's in the city, right? Whose parents brought them up here in the migration, you know what I'm saying? And now they up here, but all these jobs that were supposed to be there is disappeared now. You know what I'm saying? So they turn into the crime world. You know what I'm saying? And that is what Allah was trying to stop. You see what I mean? And affiliating himself with the people that was doing that, as well as just existing in that time where, you know, if you was anywhere near the forefront of, you know, fighting for freedom, justice, and equality and all this type of thing, then you was a criminal. You know what I'm saying? You know, like what I'm saying is, you know, Martin Luther King was branded a criminal in that era. You understand what I'm saying? So some of the people that they tell you at that time, when they say they, wow, well, look, just like this, they'll tell you all the stuff, you know, Martin King was a preacher, nonviolent. He also had guns.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, what side of the story you telling, you spin it in a certain way. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's what I was trying to get at too, is there's always a lot of sides to the story.
yeah, because see, I can take Malcolm X, right?
Yeah.
And depending on what part of his life I tell you about,
Right.
you see like a totally different person.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
So it's the same thing with Allah, just like, you know, the stuff that you're saying, yeah, he gamble, smoke, all that, right? But you know, if they leave out, right, the fact that, you know, he didn't get shot in the drug deal going wrong. You know, he was going to see his family.
Oh, you know what it said? It said he went to some woman's house. It didn't
His
say,
wife and his children. That's what I'm
It
saying.
didn't say that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If you don't say that.
It said he went to some woman, he gave a woman's name. It said that he went to this woman's house and then he left there and somebody killed him on the way.
Yeah, this story is chopped up.
Yeah.
You know, and see, first of all, like whoever wrote that, right? We would want to speak to that person, because how you get that version? You understand what I'm saying? See, the first thing when you said that, wait. How did you get that version? Where you got that from?
Yeah, let me read it right now.
Yeah, who's that? That's interesting. You know what I'm saying? But at any rate, yeah, when you don't say those parts, when you don't say that he's a Korean War veteran,
It said Doris.
You know.
House.
listen, a decorated veteran. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you can't leave that out. You know, John McCain got his bullshit with him too, but they don't bring that up. They just bring up the part where he got shot down.
It says right here, he left the school between 2 and 3 a.m. on June 15th, and then gambled for an hour or two, as was his occasional practice. He traveled to Dora Smith's house to rest. He was ambushed by 3 assailants. They shot him while he was in the lobby of her apartment. Dora Smith's apartment.
Let me see that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, whoever this person is,
It's
they
on
know a
Wikipedia.
whole lot.
No, it's on Wikipedia.
Whoever this person is knows a whole lot, boy. How he knows 3 people?
I don't know.
What?
But you can write whatever you want on Wikipedia.
Did y'all hear that? He said 3 people. He said 3 people confronted the law in the lobby.
But you can change Wikipedia. Anybody can write.
No, you're not understanding. You're not thinking like I'm thinking right now.
What?
Wait a minute. How you know that?
I don't know.
Oh. They getting this from this nigga head. But I don't know. They called his name. Yeah, see, I don't know where they're getting this from. Knight states that he went from a Harlem rowdy to a legitimate community leader. Like I never heard of that time. I'm not saying it exists, but I never heard of a time when Allah was a Harlem rowdy. Like I never heard that.
Maybe they're just.
But yeah, I got thumbs down, so we doing the damn thing.
Taking pieces of
I just checked that.
story.
Wait, what you said? You heard that too? Who you heard that from? Because I wouldn't know, how we have an event.
Hey, Assalamu alaikum. If you're a Muslim man, you need to watch this ad right now.
Whoa.
Now, you've probably seen a lot of ads online about people making money online, people earning.
Why they put Muslim man? No wonder y'all laughing at the ads on my page. Muslim man.
Somebody heard you say Allah. The algorithm.
Do you think Curtis Lewa is a righteous man? He's a jerk. There is some sincerity in what he's saying, and what he did over the time, you know what I'm saying? Righteous. I mean, I guess as much as you can be from that angle that he is, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm just one that's like, if you're going to deal with crime, just based on my experience, you know what I'm saying? you know, you gotta somehow deal with the like the causes of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you basically just treating the symptoms of it when you arrest, you know, this individual right here. You know what I mean? Because two individuals is just coming to take that person's spot, you know, and they're likely to be, you know, more ruthless than that first individual. So, you know, that's clearly not help. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, I haven't seen him become like super duper rich. You know what I mean? But he did make a living off of what he did. You know, but just generally speaking, you know, I can't say this, right? In terms of righteousness, right? Word is bond. Curtis Leewood used to walk us home at night from Burnside Avenue in the train station when it was the Son of Sam. When the Son of Sam killer was running around New York, you used to get on the train and Curtis Leewood would be right there. You walk us to the block. You know what I'm saying? You know, other times, you know, we had our issues with them too. You know, where they're actually not allowed to address us. You know, see, that's some other shit. I'm sorry. I bet y'all ain't learned about that in the book. Did y'all learn? Did y'all see that history? Is that on Wikipedia? Yeah, we had, you know, I wasn't there, but yeah, there was, you know, a main issue where, you know, listen, don't say that to them again. The police told them to leave us alone. You know, but, you know, I mean, he has done some things, you know what I mean? His presence, you know, in the presence of the guardian angels, you know, it has stopped some things from happening. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I wouldn't totally throw him under the bus, but, you know, I wouldn't say he's an honorary 5% or nothing like that. Black magic, curses, and spells. I mean, see, there's a lot of things, like somebody might say black magic and spells is this, you know, this is the science of this. See, me, I'd rather just deal with the science of that. You know, like, I don't know what is, you know, black magic, like, you know, me personally, there's things that I guess you could say they magical or miraculous, you know, not necessarily because we don't know how they happen, right? But that shit is still amazing. You understand what I'm saying? Like a person coming into existence, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we know the science of what's happening in a woman's stomach, right? But it's still magic. You understand what I'm saying? It's still like, that's still some shit to be like, damn, son, it's wild how that happens. You know what I'm saying? But you know, other than that type of stuff, I really don't, you know, like for right now, I don't know the cheat code. You know, you do the code on the game and you get infinite people and all the weapons and shit and everything that you need. I don't have that code. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people is, you know, to me, my opinion, you know, all of that stuff is you trying to find the cheat code. Where if I could wiggle my nose and all of y'all can know what I know, you understand what I'm saying? Then, you know, we need to work on that, you know, or, you know, if I could twinkle my pinky and, you know, COVID go away, you know what I'm saying? You know, you're looking for the magic bullet, that kind of easy way out of reality, you know what I'm saying? So, generally speaking, I don't deal with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I get to a level, see, just like with mathematics, right? With building, I can feel my power of building. You know what I'm saying? The same way with working out, you know what I'm saying? You feel your strength building, you see the difference, anything that you're building on, you start to see that, I'm at a level where, I can try the next thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, whereas before, I just build, if somebody asks me a question, now I might go over there and just start, coming from the survival scrolls. You see what I mean? Because I feel that my strength has built up, you know what I'm saying? So if my, consciousness and everything builds up to the level where I'm like, oh, snap, you saw that? I just reached for my phone and I ain't even, it just flew into my hand without me even reaching on. Then I would work on that. I would say, oh, snap, my power is building up to a level the same way if I got to a level where I was like, that amount of pull-ups that I did yesterday, that was so easy that the next time I work out, I'm gonna try more. You know what I'm saying? Or you might be playing music and you be like, I'm gonna try to play that song. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to you see what I'm saying? But until I get to that point, that kind of magical stuff, I don't.
You ever heard that saying from Albert Einstein, who said that you either live as though everything in the world is a miracle or nothing is a miracle, which means all of the things that are happening have magic, in some way, or it's all just numbers. And
Right.
There's not really, there's no magic. So it's like.
Well, see, I have to disagree with him only because, see, to me, the magic is in the number.
I knew you. Well, what I meant, Brandon, is like the rational view of it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But listen, but even in the rational view, that's still magical. Listen,
I know.
like if you go to a scientific place, right, and you see somebody's brain in a jar, right, and then you sit there and think like, this is what the motherfucker invented physics with.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that's still magical. But I know the whole science of it. I know the rational aspect of, the proteins and how they build into different structures in the body, et cetera, et cetera. You understand what I mean? But it's still, even when you eat, how that food turns into the energy that you use and all of that is still magical. You understand what I'm saying? But not in the sense of, not in the sense that, like you said, there is no rationality to it. You know what I'm saying? You may not understand, or like I said, in the case of a baby, right, developing over the 9 months, you can't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's not unknown.
Yeah.
You ever think about that though? That's like some cruel shit, right? I always wondered, like, how did they figure out certain shit? Like, in order for you to know that at this many months, this is the development of the baby, right? Don't you have to cut the baby out?
Yeah. Well, there could have been so many miscarriages over the years at certain stages,
Yeah,
But yeah, they do all kinds of stuff.
That's logical though. Maybe they just observe miscarriages at different times. But the only thing with that though, right, is that may not necessarily tell you what a healthy baby's development is.
That's true.
Because why did that baby, what's the name?
Yeah.
And then also you gotta remember with miscarriages, depending on how it happened in the stage, right, it just come out as tissue.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's not it breaks down.
I'm sure they go all kinds of nasty things.
Yeah. Just go to show you about the. So who came up with this and why is it in the universe for some people? I mean, the vast majority of stuff that people believe in the West is come from medieval times. you know, there's most of the things that's before, well, I guess you could say because, you know, Christianity comes out of Rome. But when you talk about belief, there's very few beliefs. You know, nobody believes in the Greek gods no more. There's concepts and ideas that religions before the Abrahamic religions, there's concepts and ideas that were absorbed into the Abrahamic religions. You understand what I'm saying? But most of the stuff that, you know, you get from Greece is more of, like you said, the rational stuff. You know what I mean? The you know, the mathematics, the science, the, you know, all of this type of stuff. So you know, and I suppose a certain worldview, like a certain mind state and everything, but you know, most of that stuff is from, you know, medieval Europe, you know, and lack of understanding. It's saying, I just blasting music. As Reeve said, old pictures that he saw of the father, he dressed real fly with hats that had to have a certain magnetic. So you know, you had a couple of pictures. There's the picture where they in front of the candy store. No, which one is it? And I think that's the one by the fire hydrant. It's either or. It's a picture of, you know, him. I've seen different pictures, you know, somewhere he just, you know, seemed like he just came out to do his thing real quick. And then I've seen one where he looked extra sharp. Yeah, so I'm saying, how do you know how many people was there, man? Like, that's just one of the things, like saying, wait, that was in the news report? Saying, how did you know that there was 3 people? Unless you was one of them.
Sorry.
B. Evergreen. Yeah, IB, what's the deal with the latest, just the latest in developments? I haven't man. You know, it's bugged out, man. Sometimes the levels of hate. So Eric Adams won it. What was the margin I'm trying to see right now? Atik was saying that he thought Sliwa had a chance. I want to see how much is the margin that he won by. It don't say. Because, you know, that type of thing, the next thing you know, dudes start, talking about how they got, a particular mandate to do this or that, you know what I'm saying? Because they won by such a margin. It says a landslide. Well, put your helmets on. We see what happens. Brad for DA. Yeah, I got haters. I got haters.
Trollers?
I be, I got people.
You got the trolls? You got
Yeah.
the trollers?
Sometimes I come face to face with hate.
Oh, you supposed to Supreme Man about his brown seed in Trump?
Columbia, South Carolina is about to have a runoff in 2 weeks. Nah, he was on earlier today.
No. His
How
brown
often do you have to dumb down the lessons to a newborn? Meaning, do you deal with your higher understanding of the lessons according to individuals per se and older person? Well, see, don't be building with old people.
No. He got they went to see his nephew play at Penn State. By the time they got back, they was already feeling. They went, the Supreme Man Brown see Devon and his brother Kiki went to see their nephew play for Penn State about a month ago. They went to the game, 110,000 sold out. By the time they got back to Trenton, they was already feeling something. Both of them ended up in the hospital. Kiki was in the ICU. Devon just came home from the hospital last week. They sent him home with us.
Who's IB, they got you. Who's Bragg? What they saying? That's in Medina or in Manhattan?
31.
Well, yeah, I don't even know who Bragg is. Oh, he's supposed to be a black guy too. Manhattan DA, huh? Yes, I didn't get a chance to really look at this guy at all. So what is he about? Yeah, I'll be back. So now, which one did you end up getting with the jab? So which one is the one shot? You talking about a duel in the streets, like some kind of, you talking about like yeah, I know it's a lot of people that didn't want to take it. They taking the Johnson & Johnson because that one is not the mRNA. So Bragg outlines the day one plan focused on guns and decarcerating Rikers Island safely. Yeah, he said that. He said that already. I already see that.
See, I think you should have put jab on the cup.
I told him.
You told him don't do that. You told him don't do that.
You doing that anti-vax.
Nah, man,
So he got you.
What's that, man? What you got?
You know, I got it. What's your name?
What's those?
Hmm?
What's those? Oh, well, those Adidas. I was gonna say, I know they ain't those Balenciagas. I know you ain't fucking with them, man.
These the easy.
Nah, come on, man. No. See how much is those? How much? How much?
It's the experiment you jump with.
Yeah, how much is the experimental jump balls cost? 300.
But yeah, so that's what Bragg is on. We'll see what he up to, man, because you know, he sounds like he's trying to continue with the decriminalization of things. But this dude seems like he's ramping everything up. He's making public safety. He's coming in and saying the same things to Giuliani. Like if you was around New York, like his terminology is not quite as harsh. You know what I'm saying? Because the problem hasn't been as outstanding for as long. But he's talking the same shit.
Who's that?
Eric Adams, yeah, he's talking about the same shit Giuliani was talking when he came.
Did he get a weapon?
Yeah. They protect him.
Jermaine Williams, he already was public advocate, right?
Yeah, he did run from there.
Jermaine Williams is a little bit, I think he's righteous, you know what I'm saying? But he's just, he's not focused. Like, and he's one of the people that's so deep in the Democratic machine, you know what I mean? That I think their effectiveness is limited. And just he's another one of those people that as he rose through the political ranks, you know what I'm saying? Not as bad as her. Right now, the person I'm really upset with is Letitia James. All of them, when they was in the city council, man, they was great guys. Listen, when Chuck Schumer was a local politician, saying Chuck was the man. Chucky baby, we still out, Chuck, man. Listen, something's going wrong. Chuck, you fuck those people up, you jerk me for their money, or you going to jail. Now we changing this shit right now. You going to jail, do their money back. That's the kind of nigga Chuck was when he was here.
The one time that I called to try and speak my voice to a representative, I called Chuck Schumer's. I tried to I called a few different offices. There was a few different ones. None of them picked up the phone, and the only one I could get a message to was his office.
Chuck was for the people. When he was a local New York politician, Chuck Schumer was for the people. You know what I'm saying? Letitia James, yeah, she jammed Cuomo up, but to a certain degree, it's she also kind of lined herself up for the job. You basically eliminated the competition. You know what I'm saying? Once we
basically, you saying,
let me say what I'm saying. Once we look at the fact that the last two governors of New York was the district attorney. They was the state prosecutor, right? Because Cuomo was the prosecutor. And then before that, Spitzer was the prosecutor. Now listen, Spitzer, who was there before? Was it Pataki?
Yeah. It was Cuomo,
and Pataki time was just up. So Spitzer came in, but he came in because he had eliminated some corruption on Wall Street. Then he turned out to be corrupt. They got rid of him, and the interim guy came in, Patterson, right?
Was he here?
He got corrupt too, you know what I'm saying? And then Cuomo came in, he got corrupt. Now they got the broad, I don't even know how to say her name and shit. You know what I'm saying? That she's the governor now. You know what I'm saying? So just if we go by the pattern, you know what I'm saying? You just eliminated some corruption, and you the district, you the state prosecutor. She kind of, as soon as it happened, that's the first thing I thought was that she's now the front runner.
They just say what Andrew Cuomo said. Yeah, she said,
So,
yeah.
Okay. It's Starbucks shit. But yeah, it is. Yeah, I seen they but me, I'm holding out. But I seen that was the one that a lot of people was going. But now they got now they want to do the 5 to 11-year-olds type of stuff, man. I have no idea. I'm not sure. But we got any last questions before we wrap this up? So you can tell when I start taking those long pauses, my brain is not working like it's supposed to. They threatening to take people's seeds now. I mean, see, that's another thing where it's like, you know, where everybody's like, that's why this thing is gonna backfire. It's like you're trying too much too fast. You know what I'm saying?
Aren't they trying to collapse the country?
Yeah, at this point, that's what it appears that they're trying to do. There was nothing left with the video. It was like another 10 seconds.
Ryan,
Cable,
what is it?
cable.
K-bar? That's it.
Said, did you build on the 90K plan? What's the 90K plan? But yeah, he really was mad at stuff. That's why I cut it off. Oh no, I'm not building on that because right now it's just a lot of bullshit with that. When I ain't, when it's a lot of bullshit with that guy. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I addressed, the stuff that I addressed on cause you was on a live stream, right? The stuff that I addressed on here, that's just that's just some of it, man. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a lot of games, and I'm not playing. Please, I'm cautiously agreeing with you. It will backfire. I just hope ain't too much blowback after the backfire. I mean, I think, I think it's this blowback it's going to be blowback. You know what I'm saying? It's just, because, yeah, somebody, actually somebody was looking at those videos. They were showing me some of those videos the other day, but, I mean, I haven't heard from the brother, I did see a video. There's a brother, I think, Darkim Be, I think, that's from Baltimore. Shout out to brother and shit. He do his thing. He got a channel on YouTube, and I heard him. I was watching one of his videos, and one of the brothers that was with Born Mastermind, I seen him on the show. Well, not seen him, but I heard him. They called, but they think they were the Morris signs. You know what I mean? The brother from Darkim Be, he did the Morris sign. So he was saying, yo, shout out to that brother and everything. They was interacting on the live stream and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I seen him around a couple times. Unfortunately, that was just one of those situations where, the real fault lied with other people, that just didn't, they didn't teach him, and really just, tell him where he was at, man, and, what this is, what is our protocol. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the things where, see, like I said, even though that happened years ago, it goes with the lesson that I said of this year. You know what I'm saying? When you make the line thinner and you grease the slippery slope, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when, so like I told y'all, man, I don't bring nobody around until they ready. You 100%, like, look, you gotta know everything that's pig. They see, if I just only told you about pig meat, I ain't tell you about Twinkies and all that, you're not bringing it around. You understand what I'm saying? You know, before you bring somebody, right? Ask them his degree before y'all get in the car, before y'all get on the train, the bus, however you get here. Ask him his degrees. Make sure he on point before you bring him around the 5%. See, look, look. It's like, remember I told y'all yesterday? In fact, look, when you see other white people, right, tell them the truth. Don't try to reason with black people. Like, we don't reason. You know what I'm saying? I say, this dude, this shit, I told him, you know, don't do that. He's like, no, this is such. You know, my man said, don't do that. No, but it says right here. Hey, my man, don't try to reason with me, man. Don't try to do
That's wrong. See, that's the hope creep.
What's wrong with you?
Because he hoping. And you gotta tell them.
Yeah. No, don't try to reason.
Don't wish. I wish you wouldn't do that.
Black people is not reasoning with us. There's certain things you gotta know about us. You know what I'm saying? It's that same kind of thing with the 5%, man. If you're not, you know, it's you know, look, you know, the camaraderie, everything, you know, you come around, you know, we build, kick it or whatever. But, you know, once social equality starts, man, don't be around those cats, man. If you don't know your degrees, all that type of shit, don't come around on no friendly hanging out shit. All right, Carson. I hope this doesn't become. I mean, you know, it very well could be. You know, I think it's going. You know, everything is going to go, but you know, right now, just the way it's happening, I ain't. Let's just say, you know, I'm not against it, but I'm not endorsing that particular. You know, I'm not endorsing that particular movement right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that's my first issue is that, listen, man, for 90K, you know, it needs, you know, we need a little more bang for the buck. I've been in the rooms. I was in the you see, IB on the app. IB only be strictly in the IB only be in the any room where they talking about some type of black political issues, or if they talking about the vaccine. That's the rooms IB be. See, I go in the rooms where they just be dealing with the social media stuff. So that's how I figured out what gaslighting is. I complete. Yeah, we about to get up out of here anyway. It's just, you know, we've had a good we kind of freestyle today, you know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, definitely keep the title today, you know, being wise enough to know. what you really doing? See, like I said, it's people, from every time period since 1934 that have had these lessons. Like I said, people that got them from Elijah, people that got them from us, people that got them from Melchizedek on Amazon. You understand what I mean? But they not wise enough to know what they have. See, like, we take a little detour through the Bible, being that this is the end. See, Adam had all the rules, but he wasn't wise enough to know what he had. You had 10 toes down. Wasn't wise enough to know what he had. Why do you think they say Solomon was so wise? See, because he was wise enough to know what the pimping was. And so he ended up 9,000 toes down. See, people see, or people look, people listen, but still don't be wise enough to know. They haven't had the experience to know. See, babies observe things all the time, but they don't have the wisdom or the experience, right, to discern what that is. See, sometimes because they don't have enough experience, they mistake one thing for another thing. You see, they might see a dog, right? It might be a small dog, though, like a Yorkie. Then if they see a cat, they might still think it's a dog. Because they're not wise enough to know the difference. They haven't put that knowledge into activation enough to really know it. The way we say, do you know the degree? See, when we, for the record, everybody that might be new, when we say, do you know the degree, we mean, can you quote it? Maybe we misspeaking and y'all don't understand. Because I've seen that happen to a lot of people. When we say you know it, we mean, can you quote it? Are you wise enough to demonstrate that you know? See, now I don't know what y'all say, but when I was getting knowledge, after you quote the lesson, they say manifest. When the brother said manifest, you had to go in your understanding. See? So now you had to show that you was wise enough to know what you just said. Because see, quoting it, that's knowing it. But are you wise enough to know what that is? Or you just what we call a lip professor? See, some of these terminologies, I know y'all might, these been going off the map for a minute. I know I'm going back into this like old English or something for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all heard these things. But keep that in mind, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, as you go through your studies, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you're in the New York area, Sunnis has put the sword above your head and said that new rule, motherfuckers in New York need to be in the class and not just on the video. So I'm just relaying that from the big brother Almighty to you guys. You know what I'm saying? On that note, the medicine cabinet actually cut out a while. I don't know, the medicine cabinet's not really catching on. Like people come in the medicine cabinet, well, let's say that too. that maybe it's a good thing that the Minister Cabinet is not catching on. When people come in the Minister Cabinet and say peace, it might be like 50 or 100 people that come through, but they don't stay long in the Minister Cabinet. You know what I'm saying? But that's already been closed down. You know what I'm saying? The G building, you know, of course, it was a tame evening. You know, we didn't need the mic door. You know, but in the meantime, in between time, we're gonna sign out right now. Say peace for the G building, and we're gonna set it off this week. I'm not sure which day, but we're gonna set off the City Science channel. We're gonna have a little installment. Look, right now, hit me with different stories, videos, whatever y'all might got out there, something that we can cover, something that I can cover on the first episode. You know, I don't know if we want to flow from the Bible scrolls, talk about the Bible. I know a lot of y'all been curious about the Bible. But you know, other than that, see y'all tomorrow, man. We have a short installment at the end of the day. In the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna say peace.
So who's Sunez?